Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
A tip for the girlies if you want your man to pay attention to you. Men are so used to women like pleading their case and blah, blah, blah. Sit down. We need to talk, right? If you want your man to really pay attention to you,
Take off your clothes, but no, I'm sure your idea is so much better.
don't say a word. Silence is the best way to get his attention.
Yes, I'm sure he's really not gonna enjoy the next 2 hours watching the game. He's gonna, yeah, like I've said, your idea is so much better.
Let me just tell you, New York is filled with hot, malnourished skater boys with black curly hair. That will ruin your life. That will ruin your life. And I make it a point every day to walk out of this house in my cutest damn outfit with the nicest hair, smelling amazing, just in case one day I muster up the courage to talk to one of them and not just make eye contact when I'm walking past them in the street. I try my hardest to look like I don't give a shit, but I do. I give a lot of shit. You know, they say New York is a place to fall in love. They say that. And I believe them because literally I can walk down any avenue, any block, and there is a hot, malnourished skater boy with curly hair that I know will ruin my life, but I'm like welcoming it. I don't.
It shouldn't be too hard of a goal to achieve. Just walk up to one of them and say, you can do me for the next 3 months and then dump me. Or you could go for the one you're gonna ruin his life instead.
At 29, I found myself single after like 5 years of relationships. And at the end of all these relationships, I knew I needed to be alone because, especially the last like 3 years of that relationship ender, I knew that I was dating men with very full lives. And I found it very hard for me to focus on mine. Not because they were necessarily controlling, but because I would have stopped my own life to be in theirs. And again, not because I was a great girlfriend. I arguably wasn't. I wasn't a great girlfriend, honestly. But because I was running away from myself, and I used them to run away from myself. And again, not to say that I didn't actually love them. I did, especially one of them, very much so. But like, I still was not setting boundaries with them or myself because I was so sad and I had so much self-hatred. Do you know what I mean?
No one knows what you mean except for the fact that you are not a great girlfriend. A relationship is not about building your own life while in that relationship, but it's all about building a life together instead. The fact that you were more focused on building up your own life was probably what made you a bad girlfriend.
Do y'all ever just sometimes like play fight, play wrestle your boyfriends and you're feeling really strong and you're like, oh yeah, like we're gonna wrestle and like I'm gonna put up a good fight. Like I'm gonna give him a run for his money. And then within like 20 seconds he pins you and you're like, and it's actually terrifying when you think about the fact that, like, although he would never do that in real life, other than when you're play wrestling, he could easily do that to you at any moment if he wanted to, and you would not have the strength or any sort of resolve to stop that. And the reality of that really sets in on you and freaks you out. Like, I'm in a lovely, trusting, beautiful relationship where I know my boyfriend would never hurt me, but on the off chance he wanted to, there would be nothing I could really do about it. I would not be able to fight back because he would literally have me pinned in 12 seconds. Like, I don't always completely understand the strength that men have until we do something like that, and he's got me pinned in like 12 seconds, and he's strong. And I thought I was strong. I thought I was scrappy. I thought I was a fighter. And then you're just kind of terrified, and you're like, well, I wish I wasn't aware of this now. Wish that was information I didn't have.
He will never do that to you because you're in a loving, trusting relationship, but yet you're still terrified. That part should make you feel safe, not terrified. Knowing he's gonna be in between you and everything coming your way. Would you still be with him if you could take him in a fight? Because none of the women I ever knew would.
I'm staying at a hotel alone right now, and I went downstairs to grab coffee, and this guy came up to me and he was like, "You look so familiar." And I was like, "It's probably from my page." I didn't say that, but in my head I'm like, that's usually what it is if a guy his age is coming up to me out of nowhere and saying that, right? His wife is sitting next to him, and he's like, are you related to this person? Do you know this person? And I'm standing there like, please don't figure it out. Like, this is going to be so uncomfortable. Just let me go upstairs. And then his wife goes, oh my God, like, we follow your Instagram and your page. And I was like, what the fuck? I have literally never been so happy in my life. I was like, fuck. I was like, cool. Like, what's your handle? Like, I'll follow you back. But like, I've never had a couple come up to me and say that. Like, I've only had like low-key creepy guys, and then I'm like scared for my safety. But I was like, okay, girl.
Yeah, sure, why not? The wife girl slash Instagram model is afraid for her safety when guys, yeah, sure, why not? I bet she's not afraid for her safety when some rich guy is flying her over to some completely different state for some OF session. No, cause those guys flying Instagram models across the state line or some completely different countries, they're not creepy, they're trustworthy.
Single men, or more specifically older single men, you may not want to hear this, you might hate me for saying this, and believe me, I'm not saying this to be harsh, but you need to toughen up. When it comes to dating, you need to toughen up, because in 2024 and going into 2025, dating has never been harder, for men at least, especially older men. Women are more ruthless than ever before. When I say women, that's a general sweeping. I don't mean all women. But a lot of women are more ruthless than ever before when it comes to dating. They know what they want and they aren't afraid to go for it. All I need to do is look at the hundreds of comments and messages that I receive on a daily basis saying how they've given up on dating or they've given up on love because they've been broken-hearted, cheated on, scammed, lost their house, lost their children in a divorce, and they just they'd rather be single.
Let me make sure I got this right. You made dating hard and I need to work harder to get you? Yeah, I mean, sure I can do that. Or I could open a bottle of Jack, light up a cigar, laugh at your idea, throw some meat on the barbecue, and finish the night with a game of poker. Oh gee, I wonder what should I go for? Well, unfortunately for everything other than laughing at your idea, I need to wait until Saturday. But I know I already made up my mind which one I'm gonna go for.
If you're wondering how damn bad I am right now, I'm walking home in the pouring rain from work because I want to save $7 on that Uber.
Catch a call, spend $50 instead of $7 on NyQuil. You want to save the $7? Sure, absolutely, but no one said you can't buy yourself an umbrella.
Last saw him on Wednesday and then we hung out again today on Saturday. And he goes, hey, it kind of feels like it's been a while since we've hung out. Ladies, put nicotine patches in your pussy.
Moral of the story, your Gucci is addicted to, well, I've never seen one smoke, so it can't be for nicotine, right? What's a good excuse to have in that case? No, I'm not a 304, I'm a good girl, but I just can't quit.
Guys, I am so confused. How on earth is there only 9 numbers that we can use in a phone number, yet every single person has a different phone number? How have you not ever met someone with the same phone number as you? You could go into a shop and you could buy the whole box. They've got boxes and boxes of SIM cards with different phone numbers. You could buy the whole box if you wanted to, just to be annoying. And if you've got all them numbers, how is there enough for everyone? There's literally 9 numbers that can be used in a different format. It has to start with 07, so that's taking 2 out already that have to start with that. I don't understand.
I've always wondered what goes on into a blonde girl's head, and now, I mean...
Have you ever had a that you want.
Onde nós vamos colocar? 10 na bolsa. Oh, 10 na bolsa?
Alright, and this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.